So with every update to iOS 26, Apple is slowly killing off liquid glass. Now, most users may not even notice these changes, but today I wanted to show you how Apple is slowly killing off liquid glass in iOS 26, as I'm going to be comparing iOS 26 versus 26.1, the current beta 4, which Apple, by the way, has added a new option to essentially get rid of liquid glass on your device. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, the first indicator that Apple is slowly killing off liquid glass, or just second doubting their decision of liquid glass for iOS 26 UI in general, is a new option built into iOS 26.1. So if you update your iPhone to the latest beta, under display and brightness, we have a liquid glass appearance option. Right there it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for Apple giving users more options to choose the way the operating system looks, but if you know anything about Apple, they usually just make any software changes, and the public really has no impact on decision making when it comes to UI stuff. And in this case, Apple is giving users the tinted option or the clear option for liquid glass. Again, I'm all for this. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. However, it's just so unlike Apple to do this. But again, it's all good because we have more options. But let me show you. They're second down on liquid glass in my opinion because they realize that some users want clear or tinted. Now, tinted, it goes way beyond just tinting liquid glass. It just essentially removes liquid glass. So we have the preview window on the top here. By the way, these effects take, changes to notifications, UI elements that you see here and things like that. So if I use tinted, take a look at that. Liquid glass is essentially gone here, and I'm going to show you a preview of what this looks like for notifications. But again, in liquid glass right there with the clear option, you can see the wallpaper there in the background. And by the way, this new clear option is not as clear, or liquid glass effect is not what Apple showed us at WWDC. At WWDC, it was real liquid glass. Even with the clear option, it's not as clear as what they showed us at WWDC when they initially, showed off liquid glass. So either way, let me show you what this looks like for notifications. So we have light mode with the tinted option, as you can see right there, essentially getting rid of liquid glass entirely for those that choose this option. This is what the clear option looks like. Again, it's still got a little bit of a frosted glass effect, not real tinted glass in my opinion, or not real liquid glass in my opinion, I should say. Now let me show you dark mode here. We have the tinted option for dark mode and the clear option for dark mode with, again, it doesn't look so clear as it did before when they initially announced liquid glass for iOS 26. Now I can go even further, just little details that again, most users may not notice. And I want to give you a quick example here. So if we take a look at the buttons there to delete the apps. So on the left with iOS 26.1, you can clearly see the buttons to delete the icons there, or delete the apps on the home screen. On iOS 26, you can barely see it because of the liquid glass. Now again, this is the correct UI to choose because users want to be able to see the actual buttons to delete their apps. But again, slowly killing off liquid glass, dying off here with the latest iOS 26.1. Now also, I wanted to show you some of the effects of liquid glass have also been removed with iOS 26.1. So hopefully the camera will actually translate this properly and you can see it here. So I'm going to choose the actual Apple Music application here to show you some of the key differences between the actual effects when you interact with liquid glass. So this is iOS 26, and if I grab the bubble to go ahead and move the liquid glass, you see there sort of a halo effect with the liquid glass right there. So you see that white halo effect when I press, you see it right there. So once I press, you see the halo effect on the bubble. Now again, a lot of users may not notice these little changes, but I do because I've been doing this for quite some time. Now let me show you what that looks like on the latest iOS 26.1 beta. If I grab the bubble, there's no halo effect, no liquid glass effect, which I think most users will appreciate, as you can see the elements a little bit better. But again, getting rid of some of those liquid glass effects within the operating system, and this translates to all of the actual elements within the OS, whether you're selecting any options to edit photos or perhaps notifications or long pressing. You see a lot of the effects have been removed with iOS 26.1 when you interact with liquid glass on the latest iOS 26.1. So this is kind of crazy to see that Apple is either second doubting their choice of liquid glass while giving users more options to choose, whether you want tinted or clear. Now, let me know what you think in those comments down below. Do you prefer Apple to essentially kill off liquid glass, or do you want Apple to give you the actual option to go full on liquid glass or no liquid glass at all? Let me know what you think about the changes so far. Either way, guys, that about brings an end to this video. I hope you found this information helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.